Hey guys, Derek here from Pacific Coast Auto, and look at this. We're taking a look at a Nissan Datsun camping car. And to be honest, we almost never have these on the channel because most of the people who buy them are dealers who are going to bring them in, fix them up, and then sell them on. But this one's going to a personal friend of mine and an experienced buyer here from the auction. And it's quite a lovely little machine. This one's got much lower mileage than your average one and is in quite a bit better condition. Now typically when we do post these videos of the camping cars, we get a lot of inquiries into the email box. I'm glad that people are doing that, but just be warned that when you buy the vehicles from the auction here in Japan, there's an awful lot of variance in the condition of the camping vehicles because you never really know how long people were using them as a camper compared to how long people were using them as a vehicle. And so the mileage doesn't always tell you the whole story of the condition of the car, much like it does for a regular vehicle. Okay, so disclaimer aside, let's take a look at this one. It's a 2.7 liter non-turbo Nissan diesel last forever engine. It's not going to be fast, but they are fairly reliable engines. Comes with a giant size battery here. No snails over here. And not a lot to say about this. Coolant and the oil looks like it needs to be changed. The coolant seems to be okay though. I'll lower the hood, but I need to maybe put the camera down for this one. It looks like a two-hander. Okay, and we're going to shut off the engine this time because the engines are noisy and I'm going to be looking at the inside of the vehicle as well. And so no need to have the vehicle running for that. Before we take a look at the vehicle's body, interior, and whatnot, let's take a look at the Nissan Datsun auction sheet. Okay, so this is a 1993 December. It's called a Datsun camping car. Datsun does not mean the Datsun that everybody knows. It's Nissan's name for the pickup trucks. And so this one here is a full camping fiberglass box molded directly onto the cab of a pickup truck. It is not... this is a conversion. It's done by a conversion company. I don't recall the name of the conversion company, but because we actually buy these quite often, it is the same one that does the Isuzu campers. It is a two-wheel drive. A lot of these ones, not the Nissan Datsuns, but a lot of the this style of camper are the four-wheel drive diesel. This one here is a two-wheel drive with a single rear wheel. Some of them are the double rear wheel. Okay, 40,000 kilometers or 39,151 is very low. Original white body, and this is an auction grade, where is it? 3.5. Exterior C, interior B. They were probably a little bit hard on the exterior, I would say. Really super low mileage. 5-speed manual transmission, but it's a column shift, so it feels a little bit weird. Okay, it says it comes with a reverse monitor, shower, burner, wheels, like aluminum wheels, and a bumper guard. And that's all the seller really said about the car. Interior is dirty, seat cigarette burn. Actually, a lot of them on the driver's seat. If it were me, I would change that seat. Driver's power window switch doesn't work. It actually does for me, but the power windows are super slow. I did get that in another video. Especially the passenger side one there. Various repair marks on the vehicle. Underside has surface rust and has been painted. It actually looks ultra clean underneath there. Door mirrors and wheels scratched. Front pillars painted. And so possible repair marks to the front pillars. What they mean is this section all the way down to here. Okay, just push this one back into place. There we go. Doesn't look like it's something that concerns me, those front pillars, having seen it in person. Okay, camping kit is unknown, so it doesn't know what other pieces it comes with the camping kit. And it says this one's a no-claim vehicle, so make sure that you know what you're into before you go ahead and bid. And repainted. A couple of mild scratches here and there. Cracked tail light, water in this tail light, cracked part of the rear bumper, and a U3. It's a large dent on the roof. It's actually not a large dent. It's more like fiberglass is rippling a little bit. Typical of fiberglass that's been around for 20 years or so. So this one's not legal to import into the USA. It's going over to Canada. I'll do a once around of it and show you a couple of particulars of the body before we go inside. And it's too big to fit in the frame here. Okay, into the lot. Okay, so you can see it's a nice sized camper. This one here is not too big and not too small. I think inside is a fairly nice size. Has the awning up there, you can see on the roof, so that'll pull out. I didn't test it though. It sounds like school is out now, so the kids are going to be playing in the background. Rear tire there, some sort of satellite dish. A ladder is molded right into the back. I haven't seen that on any of the ones that we've bought before, so it looks really nice actually. The decals on the sides look to be in great shape, no cracking in them or fading. And they have like photographs here of eagles. Yeah, and then it says Datsun in Old English text, which nobody thought was a good idea except for the people who made this camper. I guess it would be better than like stereotypical Asian text, because that would be kind of, I don't know, that would seem a little bit too much to me. Okay, so let's take a look at a couple of the details. We get widened fenders here on the front. There's a little bit of paint cracking. They have a seal in here, and then they paint over both the seal and the fender at the same time. And there's a crack there in between the two. The front bumper guard here is pretty awesome, and it has an under guard as well. That looks really cool. And it has places to put your fog lights if you want. Looks like some used to be mounted there. It says Nissan down there at the bottom. Okay, headlight washers. Scuffs there from where the wires used to come in for the fog lights, and there still is a fog light switch inside the car. Okay, the seal on this top one, this is a common thing, is the seals around there to crack. This one has been fixed with some sort of a putty or sealant in there, so it has marks from that. And then this, of all the windows, this is the only one that's coming off a little bit. Same thing as it shrinks over time. It has some pretty awesome mirrors that are attached to the top of the box, and then the fender on this side. So that's kind of cool. It's not on this side, so sorry, only the passenger gets to be cool in that case. And lights at the top. Come on, focus, you can do this. There we go. Lights on the top. Okay, get a better glimpse here of the awning while we have a tiny bit of sun coming out. This one's got a nice set of windows. It has the small windows up at the front. It has a medium-sized one and a larger one on the other side there. One on the door and one on the back. Okay, rear tire cover there. And then this bumper, even though it has a pad for stepping on, I wouldn't step on it because, I don't know. It looks like this one's much more sturdy. So let's climb up. These are all aluminum handles. So here's a vent here. Skylight over there. And then the roof used to have something attached to it that has been caulked up with some caulk. And pads for stepping, but I don't want to step because I'm probably going to fall. And it's kind of nice to have that extra dome section here for your head, or more head clearance. Here's a reverse camera, and it is an awesome monitor inside because it's kind of like supreme 1980s. All right, give you a quick glimpse of the underside. Here. Okay, now this one here is where you put in your water for the water tank. Portable water only, sanitize, flush, drain before use, whatever. I didn't open this, but I think this one's a storage box. There's another one that opens up for your heater, rear heater, and burner over here. And then this one is, I did open it, I can't remember what it is. This one here is for a boiler for the water, so you can do your hot water, have your hot water showers. And see that Derek doesn't know how to close these. And speak about myself in the third person. Look at this guy. Look at his eye. Ah! Okay, so inside, let's see what we have. First off, the driver's section here. Power windows. A lot of these campers have crank windows. This is maybe the first one that I've seen with power. Okay, pretty standard 1993. Uh-oh. The kerosene truck is coming. A lot of people in Japan still heat their houses with kerosene, and the kerosene truck comes by and sells you kerosene. Okay, door cards are generally good. This one has tiny little cracks in places. Okay. Here's evidence of burning of genitals. Compared to most of the campers, this one's actually pretty clean. Everything looks to be in quite good condition. The switches feel like a new car switches. After a while, these ones feel different when you move them. But this one feels tight and nice. Here's a reverse camera. Super 1980s. Look at that. Those who don't know, that's called a CRT TV. Actually, who am I kidding? Most of the people looking at campers these days know what those are. Okay, this I think used to be the fog lights switch. No longer in use. And then has the bed over top that has the board over there that's removable so that you can climb directly into the cabin if you want. Power AT hold. That's a really weird thing to have on a manual transmission car. But you can see this is non-original parts because this has been cut and then put on. And so it looks like this originally came from a vehicle that used to have a manual transmission. Here's your shifter. Lots of this style shifting for manual. It's kind of neat. I prefer having this style shifting, but I guess it leaves this area open to use for something else in that case. Okay, now over to the fun part. So I'll show you the camping side. And as far as these ones go, these fiberglass box style ones, I would consider this one to be a medium to smaller size. We do have one coming in that's super big but hasn't come in yet. Okay, good taste of Persian rugs inside, so that's the first thing that you're going to be able to see. I'm just showing you the rugs. Looks like it's probably better to replace them from what I can tell. They're not bad, but it's kind of weird how they have extra carpeting in places and looks a bit dirty. Yeah. All right, so let's go in. First off, turn to the right and you have your little kitchenette. And so this has a dual burner here. It does not have a range, so you'll have to open the window. A little sink. This guy pops up for your water. We don't test these because I don't want to cause any problems or floods. So, yeah. Curtains here. The lamps inside look kind of ghetto. There are 3 of those. And then a curtain that goes against the door here. Some of them have a fold down board that goes across here to give you extra kitchen counter space. This one doesn't. And it has a plug in here with a switch. It says National, which actually is Panasonic. And then in here, there are barbecue skewers. So that wasn't on the auction sheet. Okay, over here, stepping into it, that's the door to the shower room. It's dark in there, but there's your shower. I'm kind of guessing kids used to live in this, or at least go camping in it. And then a little basin there that looks like it needs to be repainted. Okay, we have fridge here. And the fridge is in generally pretty good condition, but there is no microwave or stove put in here. This one here I think is part of your heater system in the back. This one is a open up sideways style thing. Microwave would go there, I guess. This one's hard to open, but you can if you put your hand like this and then roll it in. It will open. I did open them all and got pictures of them all. Okay, so here is the living area. And so it turns into one giant bed and then another bed up there, but there is no padding in that section of the bed. And I forgot to close these on this side. So you have 6 of these, basically. Sofa couch. Fabric seems to be in good condition. Speakers are in the bottom there. I took this off, but didn't put it on properly, it looks like. Okay. The table here sets down to be another section of the bed, but doesn't have a cushion. Now it says on the auction sheet this is 8 seaters, and so that means it has enough seat belts for 8 people. And so I'm guessing that you would do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the last person, there's probably a seatbelt in the shower room or something like that. Maybe inside here for your least favorite child. Okay. Ouch. Watch out because there's a big lamp here. Has not been tested. Okay, thermostat here for temperature. Underneath here has a large area for something, but I don't know what was supposed to be in there. And here's your power inverter. There's actually an inverter and a converter in here. The converter's the bigger one. I don't know what the difference is because I don't understand that kind of stuff, but comes with that kind of stuff. Okay, so this part here flips up and it can come completely off. This way you can do kind of Dukes of Hazzard, jump into the driver's seat if you have to go in a hurry. There we go. And this area looks really nice, but you may need like a foam sheet or something to go up there. The windows aren't cracked. That's something that we see typically. This window here will crack or something. And it looks like these curtains are not the original ones because they are a sound deadening one, like the ones that you can get from the home center here called Nitori. Okay, I don't know what's going on up there with that weird mark on the wood. There's another lamp there. Okay, so these ones are Velcroed on, and they just come off. That way you can wash them if you have any accidents. And the bed is really fun. Watch this. Okay. Now usually I have to put the camera down when I'm doing stuff like this, but ready? We don't have to here. Whee! And then it clicks in at the bottom. I can't set it exactly straight because it's too far away, but there you go. Now I measured it with derrick body